Clope and Nedak Minster welcome you to this broadcast of high school girls basketball on NKTelco Sports. We are here at Sidney High School where the Troy Trojans will take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney Agles Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Cargill, and NKTelco. Welcome here to the Hive at Sidney High School Live. My name is Brandon Coverman, and to my left is Jeff Hinchin here for this Miami Valley League showdown between Troy and Sidney. And Jeff, we got a good treat on our hands. This first matchup, the first time was 46-45. Troy nipped the Sidney Yellow Jackets. A lot of time has passed since then, but it's shaping up to be a good one here tonight.
Yeah, it features two of the best teams in the Miami Valley League. Troy sits on top of the Miami division at 12-2. They're in first place, a game ahead of Butler. Sidney in the Valley section division, if you will, they're 12-2. They're a game up on West Carrollton. So, loss tonight, one of these teams is going to suffer. They're going to equal their second place team in losses. So, it's going to put them in a non-first place situation. So the season's winding down. Both these teams, you mentioned, a 46-45 close game at Troy on December 18th. Rematch tonight, and should be a nice game. We're expecting a good matchup between two good teams out of the Miami Valley League.
And, Troy coming in over Coach Jeremy Hughes. They've got a player by the name of Macy Taylor. She's committed to Wright State University, the Wright State main campus down in Fairborn, Division I athlete down there. And we know Sidney's got some firepower. They have players like Allie Stockton, Kara Hudgens. We know they've been bitten by the injury bug and the transfer rules, but it should be a good one.
Yeah, they're playing through it. They don't have a deep bench, so they're going to use what they have and try to have a next person up mentality here to fill those roles.
We'll take a break, come back with starting lineups and keys of the game here next on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clope Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clope.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nedak Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nedak is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nedak Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nedak.
Back here on NKTelco Sports for the beginning of our contest between the top teams in the Miami and Valley division, Troy and Sidney respectively. Let's take a look at our Sidney Agles Audiology starting lineups. First for Coach Jeremy Hughes and his Troy Trojans. Number 10, Macy Taylor, 5'7" senior. Number 11, Morgan Kaiser, 5'9" senior forward. Number 12, Mackenzie Machino, 5'8" senior. Number 20, a 5'5" freshman, Emma Anna Tucker. And number 34, Kaya Baker, a 5'10" sophomore for Coach Jeremy Hughes. They sit at 12-6 on the season. And now for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, leaders in the Valley Division, who have a game lead up on the West Carrollton Pirates, who Sidney faces this Saturday. Try to wrap up that Valley Division. Number 1, Kira Hudgens, a sophomore guard. Number 4, freshman guard Larkin Vordemark. Number 5, freshman guard Jordan Scully. Number 22, freshman guard Khalees McNeil. And rounding out the lineup, number 23, Allie Stockton, a junior. So that is Hudgens, Vordemark, Scully, McNeil, and Stockton for head coach Jamal Foster in his 3rd season. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. First, for the Troy Trojans.
They want to play with pace. They want to make sure they are under their style of offense and their style of defense. Stay within their boundaries. Don't get in a track meet with Sidney. They also want to limit live ball turnovers. Those can create instant offense for the Yellow Jackets. Force Sidney to score against you 5-on-5 and execute on offense. Set solid screens, good passes, take your time on offense, and don't force it, don't rush it. You have a good scoring team. You just got to take your time. And for Sidney, they want to make sure they don't get in foul trouble, limited bench. They want to also utilize their pressure defense to try to create those turnovers and get some easy opportunities. And need to play good, solid defense. And that time they kind of broke down, Brandon, but they got a break on the missed shot by number 20, Tucker.
Yep. And big thing to realize, too, that first matchup, Sidney did not have Lexi Brewer either, so that's not much of a factor there. Scully's shot's blocked on the inside, bounces around. It'll be Troy ball.
Yeah, Brewer's been out since about the 5th game of the year, so she's missed a lot of their league action. Now, who did play in that first game was Clark. Reagan Clark. So
yeah.
She's obviously a non-factor tonight because of transfer rules. And there's a pressure defense, Brandon. What Coach Foster talked about in the keys to the game, pressure defense. As long as they stay out of foul trouble, they've got the bodies that can do it. Just need to keep them fresh. But that time kind of forced an uncharacteristic turnover.
And Tucker, a freshman, scored in double figures in that first contest against Sidney, was the top scorer for Troy in that game. Scully goes right side over to McNeil. McNeil driving baseline, takes it, gets cut off. Hudgens on the inside. It's a turnover right back over to Troy. It's right up ahead to Macy Taylor. Taylor going against Stockton, driving the baseline, goes up, shot rattles home there for number 11, Morgan Kaiser. And Troy's ahead 2-0 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Give the assist to Macy Taylor. A nice drive, but I was on the other end. Khalees McNeil, nice drive baseline, just went one dribble too short. Could have come up on the reverse side if you want. Instead, her pass was a turnover that led to the offense for the Trojans.
McNeil kicks it out left side. Hudgens drives, penetrates on the inside. Shot blocked by Taylor on the inside. And it's getting physical here early on at the Hive. Right side, Tucker swings it on the inside. Ball being passed around here by the Trojans. They're working in on the inside. It's Baker. Baker going to the basket. Shot rims out. Pinballs around. Back over. It goes over to Macy Taylor. Taylor, step back three. Rattles out. Vordemark with the board.
Well, Sidney, Brandon avoids that multiple look on possession, but need to make sure you get one and done here. They commit the turnover.
Clean steal there by Taylor. She goes behind the back to the basket. And a nice charge taken by Kira Hudgens. And Jeff, you talked about a thin bench. Taking a charge with a thin bench is even more risky, but it pays off.
That's tough. I mean, Taylor's one of those players who can really make it tough on the official because, yes, Hudgens was standing still, but then Taylor glances off of her. So is it straight on contact? I don't know. Was there contact? Yes. Was Hudgens standing still? Yes. You know, it's, I think, a toss-up there. I'm not real sure of the ruling because by rights, she wasn't straight in front of her, but they get the ball back, and Taylor just has to make sure he doesn't pick up a cheap second one.
Taylor gets the assist down on the inside. And that was right to Morgan Kaiser, who's got all 4 points.
Both off of an assist from Macy Taylor.
And that's, too, you know, it's players that are going to play Division I basketball, usually known as big scorers, but big passing from that defense overplaying is big as well.
Taylor has 4.5 assists per game. Bank shot.
Vordemark calls bank right there, 4-2.
Well, much needed points for the Yellow Jackets. And you talk about Taylor, she's her leading scorer, just under 18 points a game, but already 2 assists. And like I mentioned, 4.5 assists per game.
On the inside, on the exchange, and great Troy passing. Baker with the layup right there, 6-2 Troy.
3 assists for the leading scorer on the Trojans team. She is yet to score, but 3 assists. Great passes.
Scully loves that right wing, and her shot no good. Rattles around. Khalees McNeil makes a nice play on the inside. Passes it out to Stockton. Stops. Pops. Got it.
Offensive opportunity, and Sidney pays off. McNeil, Brandon, you mentioned the lengthy 5'10 freshman. That's what she's paid to do. They wanted to score more, but she averages 8 rebounds a game for the 5'10 freshman.
In the corner, it's Mackenzie Machino. Machino straddling the line, gives it up. Ball tipped out by Vordemark.
Great job. That double team causes panic. When someone comes, when you're double teaming, someone's open. Vordemark did a nice job leaving her girl on this side of the court, or if you will, getting in the passing lane. Doesn't get the steal, but I expect Vordemark to come up with at least 1, maybe 2 of those tonight.
3 substitutions in for Troy. Madeline Hughes, a 5'7 senior. Jovi Studebaker, a 5'9 senior. And Bryn Seiler, a 5'11 junior in the lineup. Nice behind-the-back pass by Taylor. Shot no good. Ball rattles around on the inside. Rebound there pulled down by Studebaker. Taylor finds the open teammate. What great court vision.
Was that Taylor again?
That was Taylor again.
She has 4 assists. Boy, speaking of nice pass, McNeil misses. Good play by it was Hudgens with a nice up-court pass to McNeil. She wishes she had that one back again. McNeil, a good rebounder. They want her to score more. She does average just under 5 points a game.
And really the overplay, that's 5 assists. And Baker, the one with the basket, and it's a 30-second timeout. That'll give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors here tonight on NKTelco. Our sponsors are Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney Aglae's Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA. Our Sidney Live View sponsor is Cargill and NKTelco. You can follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com. All season long, your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize County. So we come out of this Precision Strip timeout. 10-4 our score, Jeff, and 5 assists by Macy Taylor. We talked about how she's going to play at Wright State next year, and 5 assists for her quickly. She's got great court vision.
And I think Sidney, like you said, is really focusing on her. She draws a lot of attention. And give her credit. She plays. It's hard to officiate, I told her, because she moves diagonally. When she gets around Sidney, she makes nice angles for her teammates. And credit her teammates. They're in the right spot to make a nice window. Nice drive by Sidney. Brandon, great off the timeout by Jordan Scully. But they got to obviously keep an eye on Taylor, but you want to make Troy work a little bit harder for their baskets. Those have been some easy opportunities, unchallenged buckets so far here for the Trojans.
It's been all on the inside with penetration by both teams. Both teams playing man-to-man. Ball in the corner. Goes over to Madeline Hughes. Back out to Morgan Kaiser. Kaiser overthrows it. Did it tip Hudgens or McNeil? No, it did not. It is a Troy turnover.
Troy commits their second turnover in just about 5 minutes of action as we approach the 3-minute mark of this first 8-minute quarter.
Hudgens across the timeline. 10-6 Troy lead on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Stockton stops, pops in the middle of the lane, got it.
What got it started was a simple head and shoulder fake. Troy bid on it, and you give a girl like Stockton who can put the ball on the ground. She got space and gave herself an easier opportunity.
And Taylor bounces that off the inside. She was hoping that went off a Sidney defender. Nice straight-up defense, and Sidney has played really well out of the timeout.
2 straight buckets for them, so they've cut into that 6-point deficit to now just 2. And, 2 great possessions by the Yellow Jackets, and good job by Coach Foster kind of getting his team maybe able to take a breath, if you will, and kind of take care of the basketball and get some good shots.
Stockton left side over to Hudgens. Hudgens trying to penetrate, trying to weave on the inside. Off balance shot, no good. Rebound, Vordemark. Vordemark kicks it out, stolen by Taylor. Taylor knifing through the defense, trying to get on the inside. Spin move to the basket. Foul. That's going to go on Scully.
Well, I told you that Macy Taylor, the way she moves and cuts for the basketball, it's tough to officiate. It's also hard to guard, and she creates contact, picks up the first one against Scully, but it looks like there's maybe
blood.
McNeil will have to be substituted out. You talk about a thin bench. You mentioned Troy's already substituted in 3 girls. Sidney will bring in Dickman, Kendall Dickman, number 11, I believe. There she is, number 11. She really is their only bench player left that plays minutes, if you will.
Yeah. It's like the old Hoosiers saying, my team is on the floor.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep. Taylor on the season, free throw shooting 64%.
And both free throws hit there by Macy Taylor.
First points in the game for their leading scorer, 17.9 points a game, as well as 7.7 rebounds a game.
And she keeps up the assist rate. She might have a triple-double.
Yeah, like I said, that number I've mentioned already, averaging 4.5 per game. We have her pretty officially for 5 already.
3 attempt, no good. Rebound, going to go down to Scully. Off-balance shot, hurried up, but it tips off of Baker on the inside. Or actually, excuse me, that was Tucker. And Khalees McNeil will come back in quickly for Kendall Dickman.
Boy, multiple looks there. This will be the third, if you will, attempt this possession. So field goal shooting percentage may not be good, but the efficiency might be good if you can score here in this possession.
Tried to draw a push off there. Shot no good.
Another.
On the side, McNeil. Hudgens, no good. Rebound goes down to Vortemark. These Jackets won't quit.
Wow, how many shots was that? 5, Brandon?
Yeah, I believe so.
Vortemark gets her second bucket, and there's a foul. Should have been as Scully lost her verticality. Who shot that? Was it?
Yeah, it was Taylor.
Taylor, but that was the Yellow Jacks got away with one there.
McNeil shot's no good, and this game is getting into a quick pace.
Yeah. Coach Hughes talked about playing with pace. You know, I haven't seen him play much, but you want to make sure you're under control. You don't get in a track meet. I think that's where Sidney wants to get it into, let their quick guards go in for layups and such like that. But so far, been an up-and-down game.
And that shot kissed in by Anna Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker, a freshman, nice move there. She averages just under 8 points a game, and that spin dribble and a quick release, tough to stop. So good move by the freshman.
14-10, Trojans ahead of the Jackets here in this key Miami Valley League showdown. Out of members of the Miami and Valley League, Sidney part of the Valley, and as McNeil gets fouled.
Yeah, nice move. That's twice now McNeil has put the ball on the ground and going to the basket. The first time I said I think she stopped the dribble too early and got stuck under the basket. This time she went hard to the rim and actually like stutter-stepped or lost her balance. That, in a way, allowed Seiler to come up and commit the foul. So 2 big free throws here for the freshman.
Khalees McNeil cans the first one, a couple substitutions. Mackenzie Machino and Kaya Baker back in the lineup for Coach Hughes' squad.
McNeil, you wanted to see her make that field goal. She's not a real good free throw shooter, just at 43%, but she did make the first one.
Neal dips the knees, fires, is going to improve on that average, cans both those free throws.
Well, that's good because that would have been a tough possession not to score on because she made a great move. But they come up with another basket or points, if you will, and cut it to 2.
Turnover. Stockton gets it, straddling the right side, trying to stay in. Pirouettes her way along the sideline, tries to get it out to Scully, but taken away. Back over by Jovi Studebaker. Right side, it goes over to Madeline Hughes. Back over to Tucker.
Clock down to 15 seconds.
Tucker in the corner. 3 for Hughes. Got it.
Tough shot.
Big shot for Troy.
Her 18th made triple of a season, and she didn't need a lot of room to get that off. Big shot for Hughes.
Hudgens over to McNeil. Big shot if it falls. It will not, and the time will expire. After 1 quarter of play, the Troy Trojans lead the Sidney Yellow Jackets 17-12. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here on NKTelco Sports after 1 quarter of play, the Troy Trojans lead the Sidney Yellow Jackets 17-12. And Jeff, a good first quarter, a very offensive first quarter and fast-paced.
Yeah, it was. There's a lot of up and down. Troy finishes the first quarter 7 of 12 from the field. Of those 7 of 12, they hit on 1 of 3 from three-point range. Sidney just 5 of 16, but remember that possession they had before here. 5 shots they took before they finally scored, so they ultimately scored. There's a nice shot by McNeil, but she misses. That's a couple she's had at point-blank range. But to finish up in the first quarter shooting for Sidney, 5 of 16 from the field. Of those 5 of 16, 0 for 2 from three-point land. Both teams are 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
And really, Sidney has got McNeil involved in the offense often. And there's a foul there on Baker.
Taylor, I think.
Or Macy Taylor, yeah, you're right.
Leading scorer now with 2 fouls, so I didn't see it. I was writing down my numbers here, but the possession continues now, so they've already had a nice shot. McNeil almost got a moving screen there. Hudgens, nice ball handler. Again, boy, she's had a tough night. 0 for 4 from the field, but she's made some great moves.
Coach Hughes trusts his star player to stay in with 2 fouls. Run the offense around her. She loses the ball on the inside.
Oh, I thought she was going to get her a third.
Ooh, she could have been very close.
Yeah, like grabbing on the arm, but she'll avoid the turnover. But that was not a smart play. If you say Coach Hughes is hoping his star player will be smart, that wasn't. With 2 fouls, you don't do that because it's easy to pick up 3, and then you're sitting on the bench for the rest of your half, and you don't help your team then.
We got a 5-second count, so Taylor will turn it right back over to the Jackets. 7:28 remaining. Our score on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, Troy 17, Sidney 12.
Good half-court defense, Brandon. And, when a ball handler is out of bounds, they're stationary, so it's really 5-on-4. So, by rights, the defense has the advantage, and they took care of it right there with the turnover, the 5-second violation.
Forward mark over to Stockton. Stockton going to catch him fire. Shot well short. Falls out of Taylor's hands. Oh, and I don't know about that one. It looked like it went off. They say it went off of Khalees McNeil. And it looks like it's going to be Troy basketball. Thought that went off of Macy Taylor, but now Sidney going to employ a 1-3-1 three-quarter court pressure.
And with McNeil up top, she's active, she's lengthy, makes it hard to reverse the basketball.
Hughes hit from that spot a little bit ago. Shoots, fires a long rebound to Machino. She throws it into Tucker. Tucker on the inside, off the glass, no good. Hudgens gets it and runs and guns across the timeline. Scully, right wing. Scully over to Stockton. Stockton shot fakes, off balance shot, no good. She gets her own rebound to the basket, fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
Her first shot, Brandon, might have been touched. She might have been almost had to shoot through the hand, but boy, it's like a good shooter knows that, and she's active on the glass. Stockton not only the leading scorer at 16.8, Brandon, but also almost 7 rebounds a game, so she gets after it as well.
Yeah, I think she caught that basketball and was thinking to shoot, but she wasn't balanced, she wasn't set. And she doesn't set there. She misses the first free throw. 5 fouls to 1 on our scoreboard in favor of Sidney. 5 fouls on Troy, 1 Sidney.
But Stockton, one of the better shooters for the Yellow Jackets at 68%, gets 1 of 2. So, again, you hate to go 0 for 2 when you have, in this case, another multiple possession on the offensive glass. That's about 5 points already off offensive rebounds for the Yellow Jackets here in the first half.
Both teams aren't entirely big for high school girls basketball teams. They're just very active so far, and Sidney done a nice job rebounding.
Well, there's another one. It looked like Stockton lost for verticality, but she gets away with it as she contested Baker's shot in the interior.
Scully on the right side, blocked. Bordemark goes over, gets the ball. Scully, corner 3, got it! Right through the nylon for Jordan Scully.
Give that a 3-point opportunity bucket on second chance. That's 8 points now in the first half of offensive rebounds that they've been able to take care of business with.
Taylor trying to get ahead of the freshman McNeil. Nice pass. Over to Baker on the inside, swatted away. It falls in the hands of Scully. She goes left side, layup off the mark on the cleanup. Stockton in and out from point blank, tips it around. We got a wild scene here. Cross court pass Scully, and I think we're just going to settle things down here.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe not. We turn it right back over and right in the clear. It's Tucker.
What a change of momentum there as Sidney had a lot of working for them, great opportunities, and then the errant pass becomes instant offense for the Trojans.
Timeout, Coach Jamal Foster. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Troy 19, Sidney 16. We'll take the break with them and be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Allglaze and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions. Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Crown Equipment Corporation, Grand Lake Health.
Welcome back out on the Precision Strip timeout. Our score, Troy 19, Sidney 16. Here nearing halftime, and we thought Sidney was going to take the lead. They miss a shot from point-blank range, turn the ball right back over, a live ball turnover over to Troy, and they get the layup. They lead 19-16, Jeff.
Yeah, wild possession. I think it was Scully that had the opportunity in transition. Missed a shot, but then Stockton there to put it back and just everything but in, and then they get it again. Almost throw it out of bounds down here in the left-hand corner, but they save it. The high pass becomes instant offense for, I believe it was Tucker. Yeah, the first points of the game, or first points of the quarter for them. It's uncontested layups, and they keep the 3-point lead.
19-16 our score. Scully inside to the basket, off balance. Nice take by the freshman Jordan Scully.
Moving quickly off the basketball, Brandon able to gain space and still finish with a soft touch off the glass. Wow.
An off-balance shot. Great response by Amiana Tucker.
Tucker, back-to-back buckets for her. That one looked almost like a bullet shot, but they was able to catch glass and find the bottom of the net.
Scully coming back out near the volleyball line. 3-point lead for the Jackets. Scully inside, drew contact, and fouled there on the inside by number 30, Bryn Seiler, back in the lineup.
Scully does a nice job, Brandon, getting around the defense off the dribble, but then protects the ball long enough that she's able to get it up, give it a chance to go in and then draw contact.
Scully dips the knees, fires, cans the first free throw. She's got 8 on the night to lead all Jacket scorers and lead all scorers here tonight. You know, I saw Scully play for the first time as she cans the second free throw against Rushi, and right away she shot 3 3-pointers, which was the first 3 shots the team put up all night. So you know this girl wants the ball in her hands and she wants to shoot.
Well, and by now, you know, even though she's young, a freshman, they are the team. There are not many upperclassmen. You know, you don't have to. That's what she's told to do. Come in and be a scorer, and she's taking advantage of that opportunity. No pressure, as the defense here kind of creates that turnover along the sideline. And
then, yeah, great defense on the sideline. Kendall Dickman in the lineup to get a little bit of playing time, give Larkin Vordemark a rest. You got to be really well conditioned. Sidney only going 5, sometimes 6 deep, of bringing in Dickman with some playing time.
Well, like I said, both teams, Brandon, neither team really utilizes like a post player. It's more a lot of perimeter players, forwards that can handle the ball.
3 from the corner, no good, and rebound Machino. Machino in the forecourt. Gets up over to Tucker. Tucker loses the ball, bounced it off her foot. Scully gets it, trying to work against a couple Troy defenders. Splitting defense for the contact, no good. McNeil and Machino get the jump ball. Arrow favors the Jackets.
Give the rebound to the Yellow Jackets. Team offensive rebound, but it's McNeil again around the basketball, and she averages 8 rebounds a game. She's had a few already here in the first half.
Jovi Studebaker, 5'9" senior, back in the lineup. And you said a lot of these guys don't utilize a post. They do a lot of open post offense, like you said. And Hutchins on the inside and one. And the Jackets with a 1-point lead on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Good strength by the sophomore. Contact, enough willpower, if you will, to muscle the basketball up off the bankboard, give it a chance to go in, and gives the Yellow Jackets, I believe, their first lead of the game, Brandon. Is that correct?
Yep. Mackenzie Machino, her second foul, 7th foul, only 1 on Sidney. Impressive for them, like we talk about that depth, which Troy is pretty obvious and knows right now is an issue for Sidney, as McNeil has done a nice job getting the boards tonight. She's trapped in the corner. She stepped on the line, but you have to admire the effort by Khalees McNeil.
Yeah, she'll get the rebound there and then turn it over, but boy, the Yellow Jackets, that's 7 offensive rebounds in this quarter, 6 in the second quarter. They created another turnover.
Khalees McNeil created that Vordemark shot in transition, no good.
2-pointer or 3-pointer for Vordemark?
It was a 2. Stockton to the bench as Larkin Vordemark in after a quick rest, trying to get their star player a little rest, and there's a foul in transition. It's going to go on Khalees McNeil, her first, team second.
Yeah, no foul trouble, Brandon, for the Yellow Jackets. Scully and McNeil each with 1 personal foul, so they've been playing pretty clean, let's say, defensively, avoiding the fouls.
And McNeil's done a nice job on Taylor, almost caused a turnover. Khalees McNeil, only 2 points, but her defensive presence, rebounding has been so huge as well.
It's helped, and boy, you look at some of the chances at the basket. The freshman could have scored some other buckets, but she's done a lot of other things very well tonight. Whoa, thought there might have been a change of pivot foot before the ball was dribbled, but play on.
On the inside, Machino, her shot short. Machino trying to get her own rebound, but stepped on the line.
Just 4 points in the quarter here, Brandon, for Troy. They ended the first quarter ahead 17-12, so it's a 10-4 run for the Yellow Jackets. And the only player for Troy to score here in the quarter was Tucker. Remember, she got the 1 bucket easily on that long overpass, and she just literally scored a uncontested layup on. But the Sidney defense has been creating turnovers and scoring the ball more efficiently when they've had it.
Alex Stockton back in, and Kendall Dickman back to the bench. 22-21 Sidney lead here with 3:09 remaining here in the first half. Vordemark right wing. Vordemark over to Stockton. She's going to pull back. Thought she didn't get a set from Jamal Foster to run here. A little open post offense here for the undersized Jackets. Under 3 minutes to play. Hudgens inside. Hudgens off balance. Shot no good on the inside, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Khalees McNeil. And trying to get a little clarity there on the inside, and that's foul's going to go on McNeil. That is her second, I believe.
Yep, 2 fouls on her, somewhat back-to-back, but again, around the basketball. And so she remains aggressive. She might come out here now. Dickman might replace her, and she does. But nice round of applause by the Yellow Jacket fans here for her fine performance so far here in the first.
1 point lead for the Jackets. Brandon Coverman here along with Jeff Hinchin. Taylor on the inside.
Wow.
Tried to get it to a teammate, but turned it right back over.
Right idea. Seiler just a step off the rhythm, if you will, as maybe after she screened and rolled, didn't roll maybe as it looks now quick enough. And but boy, Taylor always looking for the open player, plus looking for a shot at the same time.
Team first players here so far, and a 1 point lead for the Jackets. Dickman over to Stockton. Stockton gets her shot blocked, and it went off of Hudgens. It'll be the Troy Trojans ball.
Stockton Stockton, that shot there was challenged again. She's 2 for 9 from the field so far here in the first half for the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets at 16.8 a game.
And that's a pretty good, struggling shooting from the field, but a 1 point Sidney lead. I think they'll take that. Shot blocked there by Vordemark. Dickman gets the rebound, turns it right back over to Troy. And if they looked up ahead, Larkin Vordemark was leaking behind the defense, but just couldn't quite see what was going on. And Sidney here, I think you desperately need to get to halftime to get a break. You try to hold on to that lead for as long as you can. Nice play by Taylor. Bounced it off the back of Hudgens, and Troy's got the lead right back.
It looks easy, but that takes some skill. You got to do it. There's a block. Now that's very similar right there. I don't know if you saw it, Brandon. This time Stockton came in and glanced diagonally. It's the same thing that Taylor did in the first half, where she went diagonally as Stockton is still down, but that diagonal below, this time it's and
Stockton on the floor gets right back up.
But that'll be a tough break for Troy as the third foul against Bryn Seiler. But again, I think Coach Hughes, and he's talking to the official that called it a charge in the first quarter. This was a different official that called it the block, but same situation. Defender standing still, it looked like. And the offensive player, instead of running her over, goes diagonal, catches the shoulder. And, again, it's a tough call to determine what it is. But by rights, the defender is not in front of the ball handler, so it probably was a block this time. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, Amiana Tucker, Madeline Hughes, and Kaya Baker back in the lineup as Stockton hits the first free throw. Stockton was there on the ground. I was hoping, saying, get up, You had the unfortunate ACL tear for Lexi Brewer, and you don't want to see, anybody else get hurt with this already very thin Cindy roster. As both free throws nailed there by Allie Stockton.
Yeah, she's 3 for 4 tonight. Kind of odd. Did you notice she stands about almost a foot behind the free throw line? I didn't notice that earlier, but that time she stood at least 9 inches off of the free throw line, which is normally a 15-footer, so she's making it more like a 16-footer. But she's 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
Hughes, left wing, no good. Rebound, goes down swings out to Tucker. Tucker right side, over to Studebaker, back over to Tucker. Goes over to Hughes. They try to get something for her. She drives on the inside. Gives the ball back up. Goes back over to Hughes in the corner. She fires a 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Troy. Ball stripped on the inside. Scully dives on the floor. Goes up to Stockton. She's going to try to push the break. Powers on the inside, and I don't think Allie Stockton's feeling anything in her knees. That was a nice move by Stockton.
She looked pretty pain-free in that drive. I just want to make, there's another quick release. Boy, Hughes can let it fly in a hurry.
Looks like they're trying to get to the ball while Taylor's taking a breather with 2 fouls right before half. Ball swings it back out to Stockton. Shot blocked on the inside. That was blocked by Baker. Falls down in the hands of Amiana Tucker. Tucker across the timeline. 26-23 Jackets on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 3 rattles out, and there's a foul on Sidney. Kendall Dickman will shoot bonus free throws.
34, I believe it is. Kaya Baker, her second.
9 fouls called on Troy.
Going way back to when Stockton made that nice basket you mentioned, she didn't look hurt. She doesn't. Now, I don't know if after she scored, I noticed, did she, taunt the defensive player?
Yeah.
Just you hate to see a player get lit up, but, do your business. She's done this before. Score the basket and get back to play defense.
Free throw no good by Dickman. Tucker gets it in the forecourt. Troy can tie it up with a 3 here. Trying to go on the inside. Tucker off balance. Foul. Let's see who that's on.
Looks like it'll be on Stockton again. One of those tough plays, Brandon, where Stockton, I thought standing still, but when the offensive player kind of stepped through, she picked up some body contact of Stockton. And, again, that's a tough call in my mind to make, and plus they called it a shooting foul. Maybe I missed. Maybe there was contact on a shot. Okay, yeah. I thought it was on the drive. My fault. That makes more sense.
Yeah. And Tucker cans first free throw. She leads all Sidney scores with 7.
Troy scores.
Yep, Troy scores. Yep, thank you. And Tucker cans both free throws. She's got 8 now. And Stockton and Scully both have 9 for Sidney. 26-25 Jackets. I'm sure they'll hold this for the last shot. Coach Foster talking about one shot here. As 4 Sidney defenders will get on the wing and now make it 5 as Stockton walks out to the corner. Ball's out to Hudgens. 5 seconds to go here before half. 1-point Jacket lead. Hudgens drives right wing. Just a little ISO. Did she turn it over? She did. And with 1.7 seconds left, Troy will have a chance to throw something up here right before the halftime intermission.
Well, that'll be a long shot, but I thought somewhat uncontested.
And that brings us to our halftime break. Our score, Sidney 26, Troy 25. We'll take a break, come back with our first half recap and stats in the second half here next on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back here at the Hive at Sidney High School ready for the beginning of the second half of action here between Sidney and Troy. And after one half of play, the Sidney Yellow Jackets lead the Troy Trojans 26-25. Here with our first half stats and recap brought to you by Wagner's IGA. Mr. Jeff Hinchin.
Thank you, Brandon. This game's been tight throughout. Troy started off big, if you will, in the first quarter with a 17-12 lead, but then Sidney kind of reversed the roles in the second quarter and outscored Troy 14-8 to have a 1-point lead. And here's how the shooting went in the first half for Troy. They finished from the field 9 of 26 from the field. Of those 9 of 26, they connected on 1 of 9 from three-point range. So not very good shooting from three-point range, just 1 of 9. Sidney field goal shooting, they were 9 of 33, so 7 more attempts did the Yellow Jackets get off compared to Troy, but only made 9. Of those 9 of 33, Sidney hit on 1 of 4, so just 4 three-pointers attempted by Sidney. They made 1. What was key, though, that percentage is not very good, Brandon, 9 of 33, but they've hauled in 13 offensive rebounds, and unofficially I've got them for about 8 points at least off those offensive rebounds, so they've turned possessions into points, and their field goal shooting may not be great percentage, but the offensive rebounding, those multiple looks, those continued long possessions that they cash in on came up big. I mentioned the rebounding. Sidney with 23 rebounds in the first half, 13 of those offensive. Troy with 18 rebounds. Of those 18, 5 were offensive. Turnovers, Sidney committed 9, Troy committed 10. First half scoring for the Troy Trojans, Madeline Hughes with 3, Macy Taylor with 4, Morgan Kaiser with 4, Amana Tucker with 8, Bryn Seiler with 4, and Kaya Baker with 2 for their 25. For Sidney, 9 points from Jordan Scully, 9 from Allie Stockton, 4 from Larkin Vordemark, and 2 apiece from Khalees McNeil and Kira Hudgens.
Sidney Steele to start this second half. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503. As Scully misses the 3, gets her own rebound, tips out of bounds. And you can catch those replays on NKTelco Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503 Monday, January 31st at 5 p.m. and Sunday, February 6th at 8 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports.
Larkin Vordemark almost came up with a steal on that end, and the no-look pass there, Brandon, out of bounds. 2 quick turnovers for Troy to start the second half.
You know, these teams trying to put the finishing resumes on there, or finishing touches on their resume as the draw is coming up here.
Sunday the 30th.
Sidney and Troy in that big super sectional. Really, Sidney's about as far north as that Division I Southwest District goes. They're the tip top of the north, so they'll compete all the way down to the Ohio River.
Zone defense.
Yep.
I thought they played that the first possession, but I couldn't tell because the Yellow Jackets didn't have the possession long enough before they shot it. But, yeah, here's like a 1-2-2 with Studebaker up top, and then we'll drop down.
Stockton, corner, can't quite get it to fall. Again, the thing that Troy's going to risk is that rebounding that Sidney's done well with tonight. They've rebounded well offensively. To the basket, Tucker, shot no good. Rebound falls down. It goes to Machino. Her shot's off the mark. Vordemark and Tucker battling for it. Vordemark comes away with it. Vordemark up ahead, tried to go up to Khalees McNeil, and I thought she might have been tripped from behind by Machino. I thought they just got accidentally tangled up. McNeil comes up okay. I think her and Machino got tangled up on accident, and it's going to result in a Sidney turnover. 26-25, Sidney ahead of Troy on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Tucker, 3, battles out, and Taylor, nope, they're not going to call a foul. They're going to say it went up beyond the arc there and up behind the poster.
If it goes behind the bank board, it's a violation. Yeah. It can roll across the top of the bank board. It can't touch any of the supports, but if it goes behind it, any portion of it, I guess, it's a violation. So, team rebound for the Yellow Jackets. But the zone here has kind of slowed down. The Yellow Jackets have kind of been a little bit more patient now, trying to space and then make sure they understand where the defense is at. And you just got to find the gaps here. It's pitch and catch. Don't stand behind the lady in the red shirt. Make yourself available for your teammate to throw the pass to you.
I think Sidney will take advantage of this with having such a thin roster, saving some gas for them in the second half, staying in a competitive ball game with a very good Troy team. Vordemark down to McNeil. McNeil left the shot short. Ball goes down to Scully. Scully step back 3, finds the line, rattles out. And that's going to be a foul on Vordemark. She fouled Taylor as soon as she rebounded the basketball. Whoa. Oh, they're going to call that on Taylor.
That's her third.
Whoa, and Coach Hughes. Oh, I don't know.
I didn't get a good look at it. I was recording the stats. I was listening to you make the call. I assumed it was going to be a rebound. But evidently they didn't like how Taylor maybe boxed out a little bit. I mean, boxing out, I didn't see it. But a box out doesn't give you the right to push someone. It just you have to get in their way, if you will, so they can't get to the basket. Some people box out and push people back, and the crowd yells, well, it's boxing out. You're not allowed to move a player. Asterisk next to that, as people do. But tough break for Troy. They'll keep Tucker in the game with the 3 fouls.
Or Taylor with 3 fouls, and Stockton right wing. Sidney just having a hard time getting on the inside. They can't run that 5-out offense as effectively with the zone so far. Shot no good on the cleanup. Larkin Vordemark.
Another offensive opportunity. Points off offensive rebounds. That's at least 10 that they've missed a shot and ultimately scored in that next opportunity before Troy ever got a chance to take possession.
And that's a turnover.
Third of the half already, and we haven't played much more than, I guess we have played almost 3.5 minutes.
Coach Jeremy Hughes wants a timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. As it's a 30-second timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors here again tonight on NKTelco. Our sponsors are Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meat, Sidney Ogles Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA. Cargill is our Sidney Live View game sponsor, and NKTelco. You can follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet-exclusive games all season long on www.wcsmradio.com. All season long, your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize counties. So only 2 points scored through 3 minutes in the second half. Things have really kind of come to a halt in terms of pace.
Yeah, it has. Troy's committed 3 turnovers already. Sidney's had multiple looks. The defense has kind of slowed the pace down, like you said, Brandon. So the zone defense, out, if you will, for Troy has slowed Sidney's ability to go to the basket off the dribble. And it's forcing a little bit more passing around the perimeter, but they're still getting shots off. They just haven't been able to hit any. Long 2 there by Stockton.
Stockton step back, no good. 28-25 Jackets with 4:28 going here in the third quarter. Taylor trying to cut on the inside. Great straight-up defense. Taylor cleans up her own shot, no good. And gets fouled by Stockton or McNeil. Let's see who it's on. And unfortunately for Sidney, it's Khalees McNeil. That is her third.
She will pick up her third foul, but boy, give credit. Was it Tucker or was it Taylor that had that drive there, Brandon? Taylor, sorry. She took the 2 shots. Yeah, just couldn't find the bottom of the basket.
Brennan Seiler's shot no good. Great defense on the inside by the Jackets. Khalees McNeil to the basket. Nice pass to Scully. She completes the play, and now Jordan Scully in double figures thanks to the assist from Khalees McNeil.
Well, McNeil has missed some shots on the interior. This time she feeds Scully, who hits a shot on the interior, so good ball movement. And the Yellow Jackets much need a point.
Nice hezzy move there by Macy Taylor to the basket.
Pretty simple to slow down, and then, boy, McNeil has not been able to cash in on those opportunities, but it's a nice move on the other end by Macy Taylor, that stutter step or hesitation or hezzy that you called it.
Yeah.
That's, it's just a subtle move, but that pass a little too hot for her teammate.
And nice pass by Stockton up ahead. She says, I can pass too, and gets the assist right over there to Jordan Scully, who has a baker's dozen right now in 13 points.
Scully has had a trouble shooting the three-point shot tonight, 0 for 3 here in a quarter, but has cashed in with 2 interior high percentage shots. Nice reverse.
Nice patient move there on the inside by Taylor. It is a jump ball. Arrow favors the Jackets. As we got some substitutions. Madeline Hughes and Kaya Baker in for Troy, and it looks like Kendall Dickman's going to come in, give Khalees McNeil a little bit of a break with those 3 fouls.
Yep, 3:08 to go in the third quarter, and Dickman is her classmate. They're both freshmen.
I'm sure Coach Foster's saying, hey, we need you for these last 8 minutes. Take a break these 3 minutes, but get ready to get geared up here in 3 minutes for our 8-minute run, and be smart and stay only with 3 fouls. Scully back over to Hudgens.
Whoa, my.
Stockton wide open. Got it.
She was open for the 3. Didn't like that rhythm, if you will, but cashes in for her 11th point on the mid-range jumper.
34-27, Sidney ahead on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard with 2.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Hughes from the corner got it in response.
Hughes is paid to make those shots. That's her 2nd of the game, her 19th of the season for Troy, and she has a quick release. She catches in rhythm, and she in one motion, the ball never stops. She's able to get a shot off.
Hudgens goes over to Stockton. Stockton gonna try to get that 3 back, rattles out. Taylor wanted to try to throw the baseball pass up to Machino, pulls it back. Taylor penetrates the lane. Taylor off balance, shot no good. Rebound Vortemark. Vortemark pushes it up ahead. Stockton in the basket. Off balance shot falls just short. Not enough mustard on that. Baker goes up ahead to Hughes.
There's Vortemark. I said she'd be on the ground at least twice tonight. There's one.
Baker, nice pass on the inside to Bryn Seiler.
Boy, nice move. Skylar using the rim, if you will, coming up on the other side and getting a much-needed bucket for Trojans. Back-to-back hoops for them.
34-32, Jacket lead with 1:26 here to go in the third quarter. Brandon Coverman along with Jeff Hinchin here on this Wednesday night in this key Miami Valley League contest. Scully, shot, rattles out. Seiler with the rebound over to Taylor. Taylor going to walk it up.
Scully has a nice-looking shot there off the dribble. That wasn't a three-pointer. I think it was inside the line, but got a screen and in one rhythm able to go off the dribble. Didn't go down, but it was a nice-looking jump shot.
Ball gets tipped, and it'll stay with Troy. And Troy on a 5-0 run after they found themselves just down 7.
Yes, a 3 by Madeline Hughes and a 2-pointer by Bryn Seiler.
Ball tipped out, stays with Troy. And again, we said Troy leads the Miami Valley League is split into 2 divisions, and Troy is in the Miami division while Sidney's in the Valley division. Taylor on the inside, shot no good. Pressure by Stockton. Stockton trying to jumpstart the offense here. Go to the basket, off balance, shot no good. Rebound Baker up ahead to Taylor, who leaks behind the defense, hits the layup, and we're tied at 34. Our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
It's one of the few buckets that Taylor has been able to get without a yellow jacket on her, or that she had to go around.
Vortemark, deep 2, trying to get Sidney the lead back, rattles out, down to Stockton. She'll step into a jump shot, no good. Rattles down to Troy and Macy Taylor.
There's going to be a foul. Oh, jump ball.
Oh, wow, jump ball in the backcourt, and that might benefit Sidney. The possession arrow stayed with Troy. Troy might have took a 2-for-1 opportunity where they get the ball to start the fourth quarter, so that's a big jump ball there for Sidney.
This is a 7-0 run, Brandon?
Yes, a 7-0 run.
Yeah, because the 3 started by Hughes, and then the buckets by Seiler, and then Taylor. 7 unanswered by the Trojans.
Time winding down here, tied at 34. And we got a 5-second count. That's Jordan Scully. And if you think, Sidney too, start thinking about fouls. Each team only has one foul here. But if you go in that fourth quarter in a tight ball game, and Sidney with a thin team, have to be able to start, giving fouls to stop the clock if you do get down. But they have the ball to start here with a 2-for-1 opportunity. Jordan Scully over to Stockton. They're going to have to get something off, and Hudgens got it off in time, but it did not quite fall. We're through 3 quarters of play. We're not up at 34 apiece. We'll take a break, come back with the fourth quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com. New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
Back here in NKTelco Sports, beginning of the fourth quarter of action here between Sidney and Troy. Tied up at 34, Jeff, and it's been a really good game here.
It has been. The shooting hasn't been real good, but boy, the action, the pace has been pretty energetic. Each team in the third quarter made 4 field goals. The difference was Troy hit one of theirs was a 3-pointer.
Khalees McNeil been struggling on the inside, misses the shot after sitting there on the bench with a little bit of foul trouble. To the basket, shot no good on the inside. Rebound McNeil. Hunter Tucker misses that contested layup. Hudgens right side Scully. Scully trying to drive, goes behind the back.
Sidney in the third quarter, 4 of 18 from the field. All those were 2-point shots they made. They were 0 for 6 of those 18 shots, 0 for 6 from 3-point range. Troy 4 of 13 in the third quarter.
Hudgens to the basket, shot no good, rattles down to Hudgens. Back out Scully on the inside, wide open. Vordemark, but swatted at the basket by Baker. We thought Vordemark was wide open, and Baker just swatted that ball just about out of the gym.
She did make a lot of ball contact. I was more interested in the body contact that maybe was there, but nonetheless, and there's going to be a foul on 10. It's going to be her 4th.
Ooh, that's key. It's Macy Taylor.
She ran through the screen instead of going around it. That's her 4th foul with 7 minutes, 2 seconds left.
Now if you're Coach Hughes, you have a decision to make. Do you keep your star player in, or do you give her a sub? And it looks like they're getting her a sub.
She's in right now. Live ball going on. I'd maybe look for, maybe try to get it to Stockton, who was guarding her, but nonetheless, they're going to pick a foul up on the Trojans.
I thought that one was a good call. I thought body contact there going to the basket, and Vordemark was taking off flight there. That foul going to go on Baker. Kaya Baker, that's her 3rd.
Oh, it was on the drive. Okay, so they'll get Taylor out, and Kaiser will come in, but the foul, Brandon, was on the drive.
Something to keep an eye on. How long does Coach Hughes keep her on the bench, and Troy gets a turnover.
Good deflection there by number 12, Machino.
Hughes, who's hit a couple threes here tonight. She has 2 of them. 6 points. We're tied at 34. 6:40 to go here, fourth quarter. Ball out near the timeline. Amiana Tucker over to Mackenzie Machino. Machino trying to go to the basket, gives it up. Left side. Ball goes back in the corner to Tucker. Tucker working on the inside. Weaves through the defense. Lays it short. Ball falls down to Larkin Vordemark. Vordemark going to the middle of the lane. Puts it up well short. McNeil makes a nice effort to get that ball. There's a jump ball. Stockton was tossed to the ground, wanted a foul, but that was clearly a jump ball. Arrow favors the Trojans. We got a timeout by Coach Jamal Foster. It's a 30-second timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. That gives us a chance to say that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3, or in HD on Channel 503. You can watch the replays Monday, January 31st at 5 p.m. or Sunday, February 6th at 8 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports. And Jeff, you can watch a lot of replays of a lot of games that we've done here in the past. We watch, New Knoxville State run for volleyball. You can watch other good tournament games. You can watch our other member schools. We have so many member schools. We're doing so many games this year. The volume of games is crazy, but it's a lot of fun.
It is, and you can even go back to past years. The basketball coach at New Knoxville now, Carson Munger, he played for New Bremen, and his dad was asking me about it, and I said, yes, his games are available too back in 2015, so big bucket there.
And big bucket there, Jordan Scully. If you had to guess, it'd be Jordan Scully. Fantastic night for the freshman, 15 points, and she got a chance to the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, they get the turnover after the timeout called by Jamal Foster. Right, the turnover, and then go right back to work here, and can't quite capitalize 100%, but boy, nonetheless, a good points off timeouts, if you will, to take a 2-point lead.
36-34 Jackets. See how long Macy Taylor stays out of the lineup. Kira Hutchins tips the ball, but Coach Hughes gets a timeout. We'll take it with them. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Sidney ahead of Troy, 36-34 here in NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Back here in NKTelco Sports, here nearing really the conclusion of this ball game. Sidney ahead of Troy, 36-34. It's been a great contest here so far. An exhilarating pace, a 2-point Sidney lead. Key thing to note, Macy Taylor back in the lineup for Troy with 4 fouls.
She comes back in, I think, right now, just under 6 minutes to play. So she didn't really sit out very long.
No, only about a minute.
Yeah, really. So, you got to, I don't know, it's a tough call. You hate to see her go out early, but you also probably need her in the end there to help create offense. Wow.
And they go to her right away, off balance, shot no good. Stockton gets it. It's going to turn into a fast break. Up ahead to Scully, blocked on the inside by Tucker. Sidney gets the offensive rebound like they've been doing all night, been crashing the offensive boards.
That has really extended a lot of their possessions, and every time basically they cross half court, a lot of times they've had multiple looks at the basket if they're not able to hit on their first shot, and that, again, that's a big stat. Your field goal percentage may not be great, but if you can score with your possessions, it does help you to win.
Face-up shot, no good. Ball passed up. Tucker gets it over to Hughes. Hughes right side. Gives back over to Tucker.
Whoa.
Back over to Taylor.
About a step late.
Nice behind the back pass, but not ready for that was Morgan Kaiser, the fellow senior.
And I think, though, Taylor might have ran over a Yellow Jacket after she distributed the basketball. I think there was a chance or potentially for, the charge call once she passed the ball, but fortunately for Troy, just a turnover.
And a lot of her fouls have been really off ball, too,
yes,
if you've noticed. Scrum for the ball. That went off with Jordan Scully. Trying to get confirmation. That should be Troy basketball. I'm pretty sure that was Troy basketball. And that clearly went off Scully from our angle up here. And it's Troy basketball. Just getting confirmation. That's exactly what officials should do when you can't get when you didn't see something. You ask for the next best angle right there. And
yeah, they don't have the benefit of instant replay
no,
like the big schools do, or college and pro. So,
and it's a Sidney steal. Larkin Bordemark up ahead, jump stop, short. Rebound falls down to Troy, and that's a turnover. Straight up defense by Allie Stockton. Taylor fell down and turned the ball right over. Collision of some of the two best players in the Miami Valley League. Timeout. Coach Jeremy Hughes All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll keep it here as it's a 30-second timeout. 4:45 remaining here, and
not a lot of offense here, Brandon, in the first almost half of the quarter, almost 3.5 minutes in. Just a 2-point basket by Scully, but the defenses, I think, have really hampered the offenses here. A lot of turnovers, some wild possessions, some contested shots, haven't many open looks, so tough for either team really get some offensive rhythm going because you always have a hand in your face or you have to really work hard to get an open look. So credit both defenses here for kind of coming up big here in this key MVL showdown between respective first-place teams in the Miami and the Valley section of that conference.
And the second-place team in the Valley Division will take a road trip up here to Sidney, West Carrollton, Saturday, a game that Dave Helmstetter and Craig Lauf had the call for. That'll be a great game. But Sidney wants to take care of business in this game first.
Good screen by Stockton, solid. She didn't move when there was contact or, she stayed stationary.
Ball on the inside, Vordemark up over to Khalees McNeil. McNeil trying to get through the defense, up over to Vordemark. Back over to Allie Stockton. Stockton on the inside, loses her bounce up over to Hudgens. Hudgens shot falls out, weak side rebound. Stockton, no good. Rebound by Vordemark. Back up over to Stockton. Stockton puts it in.
Well, third time was a charm, and there's her 1,000th point.
And that is her 1,000th point by Allie Stockton. Congratulations, Allie Stockton, by hitting the 1,000-point mark in her career. And joins a list of Sidney legends on there as she gets an appropriate round of applause and a standing ovation from both Troy and Sidney. Classy move here. We watched Allie Stockton play for 3 years. Congratulations to Allie Stockton. She stands with Coach Jamal Foster at half court. Noticeably emotional. She puts in a lot of time and effort into this program. Congratulations to Allie Stockton.
Yeah, nice job that both teams, if you all agreed. I mean, they stopped it as soon as she scored it, and both Foster and Stockton have only been in this high school for 3 years. This is Coach Foster's third year, Stockton's third year in high school, so still another year to play for her. Things not done, and more importantly, now has to kind of refocus, if you will, and get back to finishing the final 13 to go here in the ball game. But job well done. She's a strong player, and they rely on her for a lot. Again, teams focus on her. She makes things happen. Not having a great night shooting, but she still is in there contributing and making things happen because she's their best effort right now, best threat, if you will. Most of the time, you'd like to have the ball in her hands.
And congratulations to Allie Stockton. She gets her picture with her parents at half court, but like you said, now that's done with. Got to get the job. Job's not finished yet. Only a 4-point lead for the Jackets. But congratulations to Allie Stockton as we get back to action. Hughes from the corner, 3, no good.
And by the way, Vordemark was on the floor again. That's twice.
Exactly.
So I win the bet.
You win the bet.
2-pointer.
2-pointer.
Long two.
By Jordan Scully. 18 points by Jordan Scully, the freshman. And there's the ball is going around. It's nearly stolen. It'll stay with Troy, but man, that's going to ignite this Sidney roster.
Boy, that's a big shot, and the defense coming up big again here. Kira Hudgens, a sophomore defender. She is quick. I do not envy the point guards that have to bring the ball up against her. Number 1 for the Yellow Jackets. She and even Scully, they're just athletic. They can stick in your face, and really makes it difficult to try to run your offense.
40-34, Machino 3. Troy needs it. Shot no good. Ball rebounded down, and is that foul on Taylor?
Yes. No, it's on.
Oh, it's on McNeil, and that's her 4th. That is a big swing of events. That could have been Taylor gone from the ball game. Instead, that's Khalees McNeil's 4th. It nice into Sidney's depth that they have. Ball on the inside to Seiler, back out to Machino. Machino going on the inside, off balance shot, goes down to Stockton, up over to Hudgens. Hudgens over to Scully. She's going to pop the 3, got it! Well, bullseye!
She's had a tough night shooting from the perimeter, but hit a long 2-pointer the last time, and now has made her first 3-pointer of the night. She's her 35th of the season, Brandon. She comes in shooting at 35%.
And Taylor gets a big response. She hits the shot. Troy back within 7.
Taylor just her 8th point on the night. She averages just under 18 a game, so 10 points below her average here with under 3 minutes to play.
And that was the first bucket of the fourth quarter for Troy. On the inside, and there's a foul. That's going to be the 15th foul on Troy.
That's a 5th on Taylor.
Oh, and they're going to call that on Taylor, and like you said, that is her night.
She'll finish with 10 points in the game. She had 4 at halftime, 4 in the third quarter, and 2 here in the fourth. She'll finish with 10 for number 10.
43-36. Sidney ahead of Troy.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of her fouls, and on that one was on ball. A couple of them were, she got called for the charge early in the game, and a couple fouls, Brandon, where she was away from the ball where they called fouls on her.
Ball tipped and stolen. It's Mackenzie Machino.
Good defense by number 12, Machino, with the deflection and steal.
3 Seiler. Troy needs this shot. It's no good. Stockton with the board. Stockton up ahead to Hudgens. Sidney can really think about burning clock here as approaches 2.5 minutes. Troy's best offensive weapon out of the ball game.
But for Sidney, their style of play is kind of the push tempo. Sometimes it's hard to run clock, when you're not used to doing that. And then kind of if you have to, turn it back on. But foul there committed by Machino, her 3rd, and team foul number 6. So as you mentioned earlier, Troy being behind probably is going to have to foul here a little bit down the stretch, try to get Sidney to miss some free throws, and then more importantly, try to score on their own end without their leading scorer in the game anymore.
7
triple team right now against our double team.
Stockton pirouettes the sideline, trying to find a teammate at Scully. Scully thought about taking a shot, goes back on the inside to Stockton. Khalees McNeil on the inside, and one.
She struggled all night shooting it, and maybe hit her biggest one of the night on a step through. Draws the foul, strength to the glass, her 4th point, and a chance for a free throw here. And I have a girl that probably feels bad for, I won't say easy shots, I'll say interior shots that have not dropped for her. That was a big play because, like you said, do I try to score, coach, or do I keep running clock? She split the defense and went at it, makes her free throw. She's 3 of 3 from the foul line tonight.
And Khalees McNeil with 5 now. Play great defense as well. Troy has to play a little faster now, down 10, under 2 minutes to go. Seiler off-balance shot. It will not fall through, but it should be 2 free throws, and it will be for Bryn Seiler.
Stockton will get whistled. It looked like she was almost playing off, but there was a little bit of a hip or knee lift into the shooter evidently, and that was caught and whistled, and Stockton really doesn't, I don't know if she was arguing about it or not, but just her 2nd foul.
And Seiler cannot can the first free throw. Now Troy really has to start thinking about using fouls. Sidney,
like
not the best free throw shooting team.
They're in the bonus now, Sidney is, so down by 7, Troy's going to have to come up with the ball, but boy, they got to score when they have it, and they're going to get 1 of 2, so they do get a point, but have to come up with a steal or put Sidney on the foul line.
It has been a 12-3 Sidney advantage this 4th quarter. Hudgens weaves her way on the inside, turns the ball right back over. It's Amiana Tucker. She goes right side. It's got to go to the basket, got to convert in transition, and she does. Troy back within 7, 46-39, Sidney.
Tucker with 10.
Tucker with 10, Sidney ahead by 7 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Little pitch and catch between Stockton and Hudgens going on. Hudgens with the ball, trying to get around Machino. Penetrates on the inside, kicks it back out. Hudgens playing a little catch me if you can. Goes over to Scully, back over to Stockton.
And here's where it's difficult, Brandon, because Sidney has a lot of people that can handle the ball. I mean, I'm looking out there. McNeil's probably the last one you want to touch it now as far as ball handling, but the other 4 are all very capable of dribbling and getting away from defender and playing, catch me if you can mentality, like you said.
That foul goes on number 22, Jovi Studebaker. That's her 1st. And the free throw by Stockton, no good.
Knock it out.
Went off on Troy.
Wow, they got the miss from Stockton, who's just under a 70% free throw shooter, but can't come up with the rebound.
And timeout, Coach Jamal Foster. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. And we will take it with them. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing needs and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Back here out of that precision strip timeout, 46-39, Sidney ahead of Troy on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, and a big swing of events there. Sidney missed the 1-and-1 free throw, but Troy lost control of the rebound.
Yeah, and there's maybe an argument by head coach Jerry Hughes whether his rebounder was being held from behind because she's a little off balance. It clearly went off of her, but maybe there was some contact.
Yeah.
But boy, Troy needed that rebound. They don't get it now. They're letting some time run off here. They've already let 12 seconds go off. And I don't know if they're going to try to foul yet or there's a bump if they're going to try to cause a turnover. They're going to get one nearly.
Seiler stepped on the baseline. Great effort. Couldn't stay in.
They triple team the ball handler, so that makes the final two players like defensive backs in football. You got to sense where it's going and try to knock down or intercept that pass.
7-point lead for Sidney, playing that keep away. Scully back over to Hudgens. Valuable time coming off this clock. Surprised Troy has not fouled yet. Ball in Scully's hands. The most ideal person to foul is Khalees McNeil,
that
probably.
One. Yeah, she is. And they don't get it done.
And now they foul Allie Stockton, who's probably the most reliable free throw shooter. I don't know what they're trying to call anything.
Yeah, Hughes was trying to foul. And I think the referee finally called it, and then finally, like we've been trying to foul. Any other time you body a girl, you don't want the foul called. And here, Troy's trying to do it and couldn't get it obvious, done, let's say, aggressive enough. So that's always tough late in the game. You're trying to foul, but not foul, and not to make it too obvious. And then frustration because it's hard work chasing Sidney around for 30 seconds here, Brandon, 30-plus seconds playing, keep away.
Allie Stockton to the line, cans the first free throw. And she's adding that 1,000-point milestone she just eclipsed not too long ago.
She's at 1,001.
Stockton dips the knees, fires, hits both free throws. Looks like she's grimacing there a bit, hobbling to the bench. Kendall Dickman going to come in. 9-point Sidney lead, and Stockton gets a well-deserved roaring ovation from her crowd tonight, from her Sidney faithful. 48-39 Jackets. As they're getting close to wrapping up this big win over Troy to avenge one of their losses this year. Shot's no good. Put in by Machino. And a timeout by Coach Jeremy Hughes. And Stockton grimacing. She's grimacing to the scores table as all timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Full timeout will keep it here.
Yeah, just not much time left. A lot of things have to go wrong. Just 17 seconds, Brandon. Sidney really has to have a meltdown here to lose this one. Obviously, they got to get it in. Troy's going to foul. But you just got to hit a couple free throws here and play solid defense. Don't gamble. And really, Brandon, if you look at it, they can play solid defense because they only have 3 fouls. So they can foul the dribbler and make Troy retake it out time and time again. And when you do that, if you can force the inbounds pass to go backwards, that consumes more time. So just 3 team fouls on Sidney, so they can play solid defense. But even with a 7-point lead, I don't know how aggressive you even want to make it. Next thing you know, you foul too late. They're in the act of shooting. They score the bucket. Then they get their free throw, and it just all of a sudden that leads down to a one-possession game. But remember, 17 seconds to go. Not much time for Troy.
No, not much time at all. You have to foul right away. It looks like Stockton's coming back in the lineup. Looks like she's grimacing there a bit. Something to maybe notice Saturday for their big game against West Carrollton, but they've got 18 seconds to go here to hold on to win.
I noticed that one of their last timeouts that she kind of was, walking with a bit of a limp in her leg. But
you can tell she's got that pain in her face. She's grimacing there a bit.
Well, this will about do it right here. Good job by the Yellow Jackets. That's going to consume a lot of clock. Hughes gets the foul and then the push again as She just has to be careful she doesn't get a flagrant or an intentional, I should say. But here comes free throws for Larkin Vordemark.
Yeah, Larkin Vordemark will shoot 2 free throws. And
they'll get Stockton back out. Yeah, she, I don't know what happened, but she is not comfortable right now with Stockton.
Dickman at the bench and come in. Did Khalees McNeil leave early? I don't think she did, but Vordemark cans the free throw anyway. She's got 7. And Stockton, that might just be her night. She's grimacing right at the bench. But she must be to the point where she's good enough to play, as Vordemark probably puts the coffin nails in this game for Sidney as they get the turnover. Khalees McNeil gets it, and that's going to be it here. Sidney will dribble out the clock and get a 50-41 victory over Troy, and they have one hand on grasp with the Valley Division here, the Miami Valley League, and avenge one of their early season losses from Troy, 50-41. We'll take a break, come back and recap here next on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, where the Sidney Yellow Jackets defeat the Troy Trojans by a final score of 50-41. We'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight on NKTelco. They're Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney Ogle's Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA. Our Sidney Live View game sponsor is Cargill. And NKTelco, you can follow WCSM AM 1350 96.7 in their internet exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com. All season long, your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize County. As you see, Allie Stockton at center court with a bunch of her Sidney High School classmates, as Allie got her 1,000th point tonight, 385 points as a freshman, 305 as a sophomore, and 306 and counting as a junior. So congratulations for Allie. She will definitely be one of the top scorers in Sidney history, as long as she can, hopefully, knock on wood, stay healthy. Throughout the year, she's been a fun player to watch, always plays hard and aggressive, has a great future. She's got some college looks, and she's done a great job for this Sidney program and helped turning it around for Coach Jamal Foster, who her freshman year was Coach Foster's first year. So great job by Allie Stockton. She's meant a lot of things to this program, and she's grimacing there a bit. Thinking she's healthy. She gets greeted by Sidney fans. 50-41, just a huge win for Sidney tonight, as it looks like they may get their 3rd consecutive Valley Division title here. And big for Sidney. We also like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503. You can watch the replay of this game Monday, January 31st at 5 p.m. or Sunday, February 6th at 8 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And you can go on YouTube and look through the games of our schools. And we have our stats and recap brought to you by Wagner's IGA. Here with that, Mr. Jeff Hinchen.
Thank you, Brandon. And a good, exciting game to watch. 2 good teams going at it. Always makes a fun broadcast, and a lot of excitement here for the Yellow Jackets, the hometown team, if you will, and congratulations again to Allie Stockton. Here's how we got to where we're at. Field goal shooting for the Troy Trojans. They finished the game from the field hitting on 16 of 50 shots. Of those 16 of 50 shots, they were 2 of 14 from three-point range, so not a good number from three-point land, just 2 of 14. Sidney connected on 18 of 55 shots. And of those 18 of 55, Sidney connected on just 2 of 11 three-pointers. So neither team shot the three-point ball very well. From the free throw line, Troy made 5 of their 6 attempts. Sidney converted on 12 of 17 from the line. Rebounding, Troy pulled down 38 rebounds. Sidney 45, and Sidney about split right in the middle. 22 offensive rebounds, 22 offensive rebounds, 23 defensive rebounds. And I mentioned earlier in the game, those offensive rebounds came up big. I had them at least with 10, maybe 12 points that they were able to earn getting those second chance, sometimes third chance, sometimes fourth chance look at the basket all in the same possession. Good job rebounding the basketball by Sidney. Turnovers, Troy committed 20. Sidney had 13. Individual scoring for Troy, Macy Taylor and Amania Tucker each finished with 10 points each. 6 from Madeline Hughes, 7 from Bryn Seiler, 2 from Kia Baker and Mackenzie Machino for their total of 41. For the Sidney Yellow Jackets, Jordan Scully leads all scorers tonight. She finishes with 20. Allie Stockton with 15. 8 from Larkin Vordemark, 5 from Khalees McNeil, and 2 from Kira Hudgens, their total of 50.
And a great game tonight in Sidney. Huge win for them. Their next game will be Saturday against West Carrollton. Dave Helmster on the call for that game, and it'll be a really big one for Sidney to take this step in that direction to win the outright Valley Division title. They pick up their 14th win of the season. They move to 14-5 and avenge one of their losses of this season, one of their 2 Miami Valley League losses to Troy. So big confidence booster going into the draw Sunday. And before we leave, we'd like to recognize our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco, Jordan Scully.
Yeah, she did a lot. She had 9 points in the first half, 11 in the second half, had a decent night shooting. She didn't hit her 3 balls very well, but boy, she made a lot of field goals and consistent scoring in each quarter. Came up big in the fourth with 7 and just an all-around good offensive performance. Did some defensive damage as well. Congratulations to the freshman, number 5, Jordan Scully, our NKTelco player of the game.
Now to wrap it up for us here tonight from the Hive at Sidney High School. Congratulations to Allie Stockton getting her 1,000 point, and congratulations to Sidney for advancing to 13-5 on the season. So for Jeff Hinchin, I'm Brandon Coverman here for the Hive tonight. Sidney defeats Troy 50-41. For Jeff Hinchin, I'm Brandon Coverman saying good night here from Sidney, and we'll see you next time on NKTelco Sports.